All right, family. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's the Truth Hour with General Sara. Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be happy. That's right, family. Y'all know this Sunday, November 13th. Yes, that's right. This Sunday, November 13th. Who Are the Real Jews? Live stream lecture presented by the one and only General Seti, King Seti Productions, starting at 2:30 p.m. The definitive presentation to end all debates. To end all debates. I want you in the house. I want you in the house to get this information. When you get this information, I guarantee you, you can run straight to the front line and you be more than a captain. You be a colonel. You'll be a goddamn colonel on the front line. You see what I'm saying? Ready to defend and to honor with research and scholarship. Black people, don't you dare miss it, family. The link is right in the video description. The link is right in the video description. Hit that link. That's right. And begin to think. King, ring the alarm, kingseti.com online marketplace. Right now, 15% off. I just told you. And then when we get down there to Super Black Friday, because we black every Friday. You see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, too. Black all day, every day. You see, so on Super Black Friday, which is and whatever November, the Friday after the Cro-Magnon Thanksgiving, then y'all already know I got some beautiful deals for you. So you make sure you check me out at that time. Okay, kingseti.com online marketplace official, General Sara Seti DVDs. We're gonna have some new joints, powerful, going up very soon. Don't worry. You understand what I'm saying? T-shirts and hoodies, revolutionary minded kings and queens. Get on over there and get you some African and Kemetic jewelry, necklaces, medallions, earrings, bracelets, finger rings, African cuff for the king. We got you. We got some divinity and some royalty over there. kingseti.com, family. Holistic tonic and remedies, soursop, turmeric, black elderberry, and honey, natural men tonic. And we also got the immunity booster. You feel me? Get yourself together, family. Health is wealth. kingseti.com. We got home decor for the family, accessories for the living room, dining room, kitchen, for the African family trying to transform their African home into the African temple that they always wanted. We got you. kingseti.com. Class is 9 session. Get your ass in class. Seti University, over 900 video presentations at this time. Too raw for YouTube. Seti with the master teachers. When Kemet ruled the earth, Nubia, mother of ancient Egypt, from Naga to Nigga, in the sacred knowledge of the Hindu Kush. The Black woman is God, occult science. Seti debates all world religions, video and radio interviews, highlights from over 50 cities, ancient civilization and mythology, Black power, politics, and economics. The complete General Sara Seti website. Get your ass in class and join the day. You feel me? And we just dropped, that's right there, that's Patreon. Let me get you down here. Just dropped Kardashian crypto Jewish background, part 1, the occult matrix of Ye, showing that these crypto Jews, which is secret Jews, is hiding behind every door. You see, changing their name, pretending to be Christians and all this. You see what I'm saying? And so make sure you get over there to my Patreon, because I keep it popping every day of the week. BPC making noise, we never come, exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, and a whole lot of other platforms. You know, we dropped the Astro Occult Origins of the War in Heaven. Of course, we just did this one, the Celestial Architecture of Ancient Egypt. We just dropping all type of fire. We even dropped this one. White Jews, anti-Semitic, for denying African people's role in the Bible. We own them with nothing but the truth. Not racism. Not racism. The truth. That's right. General Seti. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. General Seti. That's right. King Seti. Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get the videos a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Comment. Just be respectable. Because I will bad your ass. Okay? And I don't want to do it. So be respectable. All right. Today we about to, and we on Facebook tonight too. Got to give my Facebook some too. You understand what I'm saying? We got to wake them up on Facebook too. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is a very powerful subject that I want to deal with tonight. I know I got a lot of my good Christian friends that might be out there hiding behind, and so you get your little Bible out tonight. Get your Bible out. We about to have class tonight. You understand? Give you a warm up of what's gonna go down on Sunday, family. Let me give you a little warm up of what's gonna go down on Sunday, and it's gonna be nothing but fire. Let me get the what? How we doing out there, family? Yeah, get that dusty Bible. You know that motherfucker been on that one page. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker done got, all brown and shit. You ain't turned it. You understand what I'm saying? You say you goes by the Bible. That's all you do is go right by the Bible. You don't go in it. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't got the kind of teacher. You understand what I'm saying? That can show you what's in it anyway. Let me go on in here. I goes by the Bible. I know you do. That's all you do. Go right by. Oh, there we go. Right there. Let me get on down. This is becoming extensive. But let me go on here. Where do I want to go? Okay. Let's go on these maps right here. Let's go and get these maps popping. Because it's like, all I had to do is start anywhere. It's like a damn dart. I just throw the dart. And once I get warmed up, it's over with. Now, let's deal with some things that you may not know. Okay? Let's deal with some things that you may not know. Now, number one, because we're talking about anti-Semitic. And you don't even know what a Semitic is. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with it in respects to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I can go outside the Bible and deal with a greater truth. You understand what I'm saying? But I like going up the steps one step at a time. You see what I'm saying? And so when we start talking about the Semitic, okay, we got to understand that number one, that's the Semitic is supposedly out of the genealogy of Shem. Now, who is Shem? Now, Noah has. Oh yeah, it started to rain. It's starting to rain out there. That damn hurricane and shit moving around, and so it's all type of water and shit moving. And so, so we got to understand that, when we start talking about Noah, we know this shit is, but let's because we can walk up out of it so easy. You see what I'm saying? If you can stay right there on this battlefield and win. You understand what I'm saying? Destroy that, and you don't necessarily have to use your superior gods. You don't have to bring a sledgehammer for an ant. You don't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? And so what we're talking about right here, we're talking about Mesopotamia. We're talking about Mesopotamia. And what is significant about Mesopotamia? Number one, I want to state this. Number one, according to the Bible, Mesopotamia was founded by Nimrod. And Nimrod was the son of Cush. Matter of fact, I got something right here on him now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what is also significant before I get out of that, now Cush is Ethiopia, and Cush, now we got to understand one thing, in which I must clarify, is that the ancient Ethiopia is Sudan, Nubia. Okay, I want to clarify that. So when he say Kush, they're talking about Nubia. They're talking about Sudan, the ancient civilization in the Sudan of today. The Ethiopia of today is the second Ethiopia. Now, at one time, the whole continent was called Ethiopia, but we're gonna be direct. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna be direct. And so you see at the very southern tip, you see Ur Chaldea. You see Ur Chaldea in the deep south. Now this is where Abraham is supposedly descended from. You understand? Out of the deep south. Now let's deal with some things. Let's deal with some things. Now when you talking about this is the lineage starting with Adam. We know it ain't no Adam. We know it ain't no Adam. But see, y'all got to understand this is occult information. For the little nigga, you take this shit literal. You don't know how to peel back the veil to take the hidden secret information up out of it to get the true meaning. You see what I'm saying? Now the key is, you see, when you start talking about this so-called Semitic language, and there's, really, I mean, we're going to deal with it based on the Bible and show that the peoples of these areas are black, but these are mythological characters at the same damn time. You see what I'm saying? There is no Semitic language because there is no Shem. But we understand that the geographical areas in which they discuss and the interpretation that's given through the Bible shows that they were black. That's all we signify. You see, we're not verifying none of these crazy ass tall tales. We're peeling back the veil, understanding that this is occult information, retrieving the information that's going to give us the proper understanding. You see what I'm saying? So when you talk about Adam, listen to me now, because we understand that Ham, which was one of the sons of Noah, means black. It means black. I showed you the definition. I keep showing you the definition right up out of the Cro-Magnon Christian Encyclopedia, right up out of the Jewish. I just showed you the other day what a chief rabbi, and I see cats is now throwing it up on all their videos now. Of course they are. And shit, you know what I'm saying? And so I see cats is throwing the Talmud up now too. And so I know where you got it from. And that's all right. You understand what I'm saying? But you see, now when you're talking about Adam, you see we understand that Ham means black, and like I said, I'll throw it up there if you need me to show. But one of the expressions of Adam was Adham. Okay, I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to see this. Adham, and so in Arabic, which is supposedly a Semitic language, Adham means black. You see what I'm saying? So when you see Adam, we talking about from the first. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to get up out of that. You understand what I'm saying? That a cult understanding of what you understand that this, coming from the root of black. You see what I'm saying? All these names up here is fictitious. Now, one of them, you know what I'm saying? And so when you come down, you see you got Adam, and it goes, you got Cain's bloodline to the left, and then you got Seth. You see what I'm saying? To the right. And so, these is what you call pre-Diluvian. Okay, pre-Diluvian. What that these are the peoples before the flood. You see what I'm saying? These are the people before the flood. And so when the flood, God is fed up with the planet. He's created man in his own image. And now he's sick of man. He's created man in his own image, and now he's sick of man. I don't know how that happened. If he created, unless they are a reflection of you, if they are a reflection of you, then I can understand. You see what I'm saying? But how in the hell did your creation get, if that's not you, then how did your creation get away from you like that? You see what I'm saying? So maybe you're not the all-powerful God that you claim to be, since you say you created man in your image. Okay, so was it physical? Was it spiritual? Was it both? Okay, but man obviously got away from you. Okay, and so if he created in Adam, and you understand what I'm saying, which is Semitic, which is Arabic, which is of the Semitic. You see what I'm saying? Because they come through the bloodline of Shem. That means those that come through the bloodline of Shem. Okay, and so you'll see that or after the, there's a flood. And so the only line that comes through the flood is of Seth. You understand? Seth that comes down to Noah. You see down at the bottom. And so that's the bloodline. All the bloodline of Cain is supposedly washed away with the flood. So there's no lineage of Cain after the flood. Only the line of Seth, which come through Noah. And so after the flood, Noah is the new Adam. He's the second Adam, where everybody on the planet supposedly come from Noah after the flood. And so he's represented in his three sons, Japheth, Shem, which is also Sham, and I'm gonna get off into that. Ham. Okay, now let me go straight to this, and so you can see Ham in the definition of Ham. And coming straight up out the column, I got more than one dictionary there. Okay, so it says right there, it says Ham or Cham, and this is where you get calm. See? So that's all that Medunetta shit. That shit been synchronized. And you understand what I'm saying? Oh, that's what it. Oh, I see. No, that shit come. They all creating this shit up. You understand? So it's very similar. You see what I'm saying? And so you see Ham, Cham, burnt. You hear me? Burnt, swarthy, black. Okay, so that's what Ham means. You see? And then you see here, Ham, here it say hot. You see, which is, that's when they just don't want to tell you what it was. This one right here, not many more just say what it is. It's black. And so it's key because Egypt was called the land of Ham. You see what I'm saying? And that's very significant. Once you understand that Ham means burnt, swarthy, and black, right there, the Bible expresses the fact that Egypt was black. Okay? Now, what they try to do is lie and say, okay, there was a white man with a suntan. You see what I'm saying? These was white men with suntans. Well, goddamn it, I would like to see where that motherfucker at today. Because majority of you motherfucker, 99.9% of y'all motherfucker, you can't get red. How the fuck you gonna get black? You can't, nigga. You can get red and get dead, but that's as far as it's gonna go. You ain't gonna get black. You see what I'm saying? And so that's some bullshit right there. Oh, black. No, you ain't gonna get black. Your ass black, your ass in the ground, motherfucker. That's where you at. You ain't gonna get red. You get red, you gonna get dead. So how the fuck is you gonna get black? Is what fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? And so you see that, it says down here, Ham was the father of Cush, which is Ethiopia, Sudan, Mizraim, which is Egypt, Punt, which is Libya, and Canaan, which is the stolen land that they call Israel today. So right there on that end, we have identified based on the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, because many of y'all freeze up unless y'all don't have that European verification. And once the European, and even then you still, because you cannot believe what you're seeing. There ain't no way you could believe this. You see what I'm saying? And so we see that Egypt, and that's very significant because what it says is that Jesus, God told Joseph, take the boy into Egypt because Herod was looking to take the life of Jesus. That's right. And so God came to Joseph in a dream and say, take the boy and flee into Egypt. Now, let me tell y'all something about that, which is very, very significant. What you got to understand is that even if you study the 48 hours and all that shit, when a motherfucker is fleeing and he's a fugitive, it's, the first place that You know, if the people's looking for you, you know where they're gonna go. They're gonna go to your mama house, they're going to your daddy house, they're going to your brother's house, because they know if a motherfucker's a fugitive and them peoples is looking for your ass, more times than not, if they're gonna reach out to somebody, they're gonna reach out to somebody close to them that they know that can get them some help. They ain't gonna roll the dice thinking, because you know the motherfucker been told on their ass. So more time, when you watch these shows, you see they be tapping the mama phone, tapping the daddy phone, tapping the brother's phone. So the first place a motherfucker gonna run is to their closest family members. And so those be the first people that they tap in. So when you say, God say, take the boy and flee into Egypt, that means that when he was on the run and Herod was looking for his life, he fled into a land of blackness. He fled into a land of blackness, which means that he himself was black. We got to stand on this. You see, you got to understand these is allegories. For me to use it don't mean I'm, because I know these is allegories and shit. You see, even the one that they call, Jesus, and I know he's fake. You understand? I know he's Serapis. You see what I'm saying? But what he's saying up under there is greater than that image, is before that image. You understand what I'm saying? We know this is solar mythos. You understand what I'm saying? We know this is solar mythos up under here. You understand what I'm saying? But there's also something in there that's rooted in us that we need to peel up out of there, detach it from all these, these stories that people are taking as literal, and take it back to the root in Africa on the Nile Valley where it come from, and peel all this shim and this ham and all. But we're going to use it for right now to get a clear understanding of what it is. That's what we're going to use it. So this is just a step. Okay, I just want y'all to know it's just a step. So we didn't clarify that this Ham is black, that the Egypt is called the land of Ham. Now let's deal with some things. Let's deal with some things. You see? So we understand that in, like I said, in Arabic, see, it's Adam, but it's Adham. You see what I'm saying? So when you're talking about the first man and woman, you're talking about Adham, meaning black. Okay, so we talking about, so when we trying to say some Shemitic or Semitic or Shemitic, you see what I'm saying, in reference to what we dealing with, we showing that from Adam, from the first man on down, was black. Okay, that's why when we talk about the Garden of Eden, it says in the land of Ethiopia. Okay, and so when we talk about, again, we talk in the ancient Ethiopia, and I have to specify that. You understand what I'm saying? I have to. You see, and so they say that the Garden of Eden was in Ethiopia. That's significant. You understand what I'm saying? That's very significant. Now, you got to know when a motherfucker is setting you up now, just because they play to your ego, that don't mean you accept everything. You see what I'm saying? I said that time and time again. When you're trying to trap something, goddammit, they tell you to wrap the poison around something sweet. You understand what I'm saying? So if you swallow the whole fucking thing, you swallow the sweet, you're going to swallow the poison too. You got to know to unwrap that shit. You can't swallow the poison along with it. So the blackness sometimes will play to your ego, and then you get to taking the whole goddamn book. You see what I'm saying? What a fool would do. You see what I'm saying? So we see here, rooted, and so we get back to Ham, and it's another thing. Let me see. Another thing in that, which clearly a lot of people don't understand, and if they did, you see what I'm saying? It would clear a lot of things up. Now, Ham, out of the three brothers, Ham was the only one. Right here, the name of Ham alone of the three sons of Noah, if our identification be correct, is known to have been given to a country. You see what I'm saying? Was the only one that was known to have been given to a country. And so the thing is, when you look at all the brothers, you hear me? When you look at all the brothers, if you look at, wait a minute, where's old Shem? You see what I'm saying? Where's Shem? Here's Shem. You see, and so when you look at Shem, all of those are individuals. You see what I'm saying? All of those are not one of them is a nation. Not one of them. You see what I'm saying? Not one of them is a fucking nation. The Semitics don't get a fucking nation until goddamn Israel. You see what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if they consider Moabites from fucking the Semitics and shit, but it don't make no motherfucking difference. They don't count. You understand what I'm saying? They way down there at the bottom anyway. Yeah, they way down there at the bottom, lot and so on. And so they right around the same damn time. And so, you know, they don't get no goddamn nation into Israel. You understand what I'm saying? And so the key is when you look at it, I want you to look at it now. Where's Ham? I had his genealogy. Where's Ham genealogy? I think it might be up here. I just saw it. Here's genealogy. Now, see when you look at Ham, see Ham is already as the definition in the encyclopedia said, Ham is a nation, the land of Ham. There is no land of Shem, and there is no land of Japheth. Okay, and so you looking at them you look at Japheth's genealogy, you look at Shem, them is goddamn shepherds and nomads, ain't no nation. The Semitics don't get a fucking nation into Israel. You understand what I'm saying? But when the book opened, when it says the Garden of Eden, it says the land of Ethiopia. You see? The land of Ethiopia. And then when you look at Ham's children, you see Cush, that's a nation. Ethiopia, that's a nation. You see, when you look at Mizraim, which is Egypt, that's a nation. You talk about Punt, that's a nation. Canaan, the land of Canaan. The thing is, what we got to fail, and I want y'all to see this shit. If you can see this with me, so I could talk to you and show you something right there. Why is it? Because we understand one thing. I'll tighten it up with all. They supposedly all got off the boat at the same time, right? I want y'all to walk with me now. They all got off the boat at the same time, right? So when the boat, how is it when they get off the boat, Ham and all his descendants are automatically nations? You understand what I'm saying? Seemingly, soon as they got off the boat, they went to establishing nations. You see what I'm saying? While the rest of them motherfuckers were shepherds. Even when Joseph, when they came into Egypt, Pharaoh asked them, they like, man, what's your occupation? He said, man, you know what they told him? We shepherds. And our fathers was too. They were shepherds. So you see what I'm saying? So the thing is, what people don't understand is this. Africa is far older than anything in the Bible. Far older. You see what I'm saying? That's why they appear as nations. They didn't force-fitted the history of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Into a made up, you understand what I'm saying, scenario where they can control the dynamics of history. You see what I'm saying? Giving, Africa a made up patriarch like Ham. We understand that he mean black, and that can play on your ego. Yeah, he mean black and so on and so forth. But Africa is far older than anything that ever been conceived in the Bible. Far older. You see, and that's why they appear, because once you know the chronology, you see what I'm saying, from the time of the flood into Joseph. You understand what is only 466 years. You understand what I'm saying? And when you think about coming from 8 people, you see what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't tow up the planet. And it didn't say he just washed, it said tow up the planet too. So imagine a flood that would devastate the planet, and you got 8 people. Do you know how long it would take to repopulate the earth? You understand that alone? How long would it take to repopulate the earth? You understand what I'm saying? To be able to build and to build pyramids and shit. So you could imagine, you got to think, and this shit is crazy, and I'm doing this off of freestyle. You see what I'm saying? From the time of the flood, recede, to the time of Joseph going into Egypt is only 466 years. And do you understand that when Joseph asked Pharaoh to allow his family to, they didn't find out that Joseph was alive, and, his brothers and their father weeping and shit. And so the rest of the, what you call Arabia and was in a famine. So Joseph asked Pharaoh, could he allow his family to come into Egypt? And Pharaoh gave him permission, say, y'all, you can put them down there in Goshen. You understand? Because they are an abomination to Egyptians. Egyptians didn't want to be near them and shit. This, that, and the third. So when you count the number of people that came into Egypt with Jacob, who later became Israel, it was 70 people. I think it was 77, something like that. 70 people. Read this shit. So you mean to tell me from the time of the flood to the time Jacob and Joseph come into Egypt, y'all can only muster 70 people. Yet y'all talking about y'all built the fucking pyramids. When? With what? With what? See, it's time that these lies got to be exposed. These lies got to be fucking exposed. Not only do you got to repopulate the planet. When you think about the thousands of years that it would take, you understand what I'm saying? And you look and see, the thing is about Egypt, you cannot lie about Egypt. They got megalithic structures all over. From Nubia down to Egypt, man, you're gonna need a whole lot of people to build. You can't keep, taking motherfuckers, because some of them pyramids is being built at the same time. Where is the learn, and ain't no slave gonna build no goddamn pyramid. You understand what I'm saying? Just like you're not gonna take no untrained motherfuckers and go downtown and build no skyscraper. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have some skilled tradesmen. You see what I'm saying? Which the so-called Jews did not have, because you claiming to build pyramids in Egypt and you motherfuckers have not shown me one, you understand, satisfactory tomb for any king or prophet that ever was written about in this fucking book. How you going to build big-ass pyramids in goddamn Egypt and the skills that it would take. And then you go into Israel and we looking for a tomb for any prophet, any goddamn king of Israel. We have not found one. What happened to all that goddamn knowledge? What happened to it? Huh? You ain't got no more knowledge? You see? So they never was in Egypt to build shit. And the Bible never said that they built no goddamn pyramid. It said they built cities of Pithom and Ramesses and so on and so forth. And so that don't mean shit to me. They ain't built nothing. You see, that's a lie. So it never said that they built no pyramid. And so what I'm saying, you could tell that they done force-fitted a much more ancient civilized, African civilization into a story that's so feeble. You understand? That's a very feeble story to try to explain, and they all come off the boat at the same time. And here it is, they come off the boat nations. The thing is, when you study the Hamites in the Bible, they never show them less than a nation. They don't. You talking about Nimrod. Nimrod come off the boat. This motherfucker trying to build to God. You see what I'm saying? He like, motherfucker, I'm about to build me a goddamn skyscraper to God. You see what I'm saying? And so you see all in the Hamitic, they got alphabets, they got mathematics, they got science, they got all this. How is it they all got off the boat at the same fucking time and they've been scooting around in the fucking desert for the last 1,000 years, scooping up goat shit, and you understand what I'm saying? Coming into Egypt with 70 people, and here these people's over here got 4, 5 nations. It went with artifacts that's still being found today. We got to quit lying. So when we talk about, the Negro, the Hebrew, the Negro shit, yeah, it's still, you know, we not with, you know, but we got to understand that's a lie too. You see what I'm saying? That's a lie too. And so we only doing this to say, you know what, these peoples that you say are Shem or Ham, they are representing nations that have always historically been populated by African people. That's what we're saying. You see what I'm saying? So when you say that you're Shem and so even when you say Shem, you got to understand that number one, that there is no vowels in the Hebrew or the Arabic. No vowels. You know, that's just like even in the so-called Medunet, it ain't no vowels. They add the vowels to their discretion. So the thing is, when you see the thing is just like when they write Bethlehem, that's Ham. It ain't no goddamn, that's Bethlehem. They just didn't want to put it there. So when you understand Beth, house, Lee of, you see, and then Ham, the house of the divine blacks. That's what it's saying. So you see right there. And so that was a city before the Israelites. They wasn't even in this. That was already Bethlehem. And so when you understand that Abram, okay, who became the father of the Israelite nation, who God made his covenant with. Now, this is the thing about that. When you start talking about who's a Semitic and shit, this, that, and the third, because I don't even see in there where, you know, where it's significant, you could convert, really. I don't even see, because if you go to Judaism right now, you look it up, they do not encourage people to convert. They don't want you to convert. They want to own it by themselves. So, you know, they say, everybody talking about, no, they don't want you in that. And they say, nigga, you can live by the 7 laws of Noah and be a righteous Gentile. Nigga, they don't want you in there. They want to control that. But when you go from the root of it, you see what I'm saying? To see who is, when we talk about the Semitic and who is supposedly got legitimate claim to that. If you go to, because, you know, God was telling Abraham that he was going to inherit all this land and he was going to have a nation. He was going to be a father of a nation and that his seed would inherit this covenant. He laughed at God. He said, man, I ain't even got a child. You see what I'm saying? I don't even have no child. My wife is barren and this, that, and so I don't have no children. And so he laughed and he said, you know, I got a servant, you know, that gonna end up being my heir. And so this is what God supposedly, he said, that's gonna be my heir. And then what God told him in Genesis 15:4, and it says, and behold, the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, this shall not be thine heir. This won't be your heir. You see what I'm saying? But he that shall come from thy own bowels shall be thine heir. So that means the one that comes from you, not no goddamn convert. You see what I'm saying? We have to understand that it will be from the bowels of Abraham. And so you see that Abram, his name was first Abram. And then God made a covenant with him. And when he made that covenant, his name became Abraham. Okay. And the thing is, when you know, this was even before he became Abraham, where he went out and he had a minor war and he won that war and he brought back spoils of war, you know, treasure and money and shit. And he brought tribute, you understand, to a African priest, a Hermetic priest by the name of Melchizedek. You got to remember that now. This is allegory, but you see Melchizedek was, you know, they say he ain't even have a father. He didn't even have a mother. This man was the eternal. He didn't have no birth record. So they said that Christ would be like unto the order of Melchizedek. You got to understand that melanin. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand Ham, Abraham, black. You see what I'm saying? So when he says that it would come from the bowels and you would be, your heir would come from the bowels, it ain't talking about no converts. You understand what I'm saying? They don't got no root in this, and they know they don't. You see what I'm saying? And that's why when, you know, and another thing, when you start talking about that the vowels, and you know, there's no vowels, and so even when you talk about the name of God, you see they say Elohim. You see what I'm saying? They say Elohim. But you got to understand that the vowel is just adding in there. That's Elohim. Look it up, man. Goddamn, I want y'all to do that. The vowels are interchangeable. So they put the I in there. Elohim was actually Elohim. Wake them up. Wake them up. Because I done seen many times where Shem was spelled Sham. Sham. You understand that the root of Shem, which is also Sham, is rooted in black. How the hell three, and a motherfucker got one man, one woman, gonna have three, and nobody can verify that. You understand what I'm saying? Based on the script. Now, if you tried to do the 12 tribes of Judah, of Israel, like they trying to do the 3 sons of Noah, they'll call you blasphemous. You say, oh, these represent, no, nigga, this is all one bloodline, just like your mama and your father. You got brothers and sisters, y'all all come from one. Y'all didn't come out, you know, one, and you got one mama, one daddy. One come out looking like a Chinese, one come looking like a Samoan, and another motherfucker come out looking like a Italian. What the kind of shit is this? Because we in we're in a state of delusion out here. And so we got to understand from that root, that alone. And this just one. This just one. You know what I'm saying? I got stacks of these that I'm gonna be going over. You understand, breaking it down, because another thing, and you know where I'm at, what time am I? Okay, cool. I ain't gonna be too much long. See, that just like, you know, when we talk about Nimrod being, but also you got to understand that who's in agreement with the Bible as far as Egypt, you know, being the brother of Cush. And see, that's very significant. In the Bible, it shows that Egypt and Nubia are brothers. See, now when you get in academia, see, they try to separate, you know, they're going to say, well, the Nubians are Africans. They different than the Egyptians. You see that? See, but in the Bible, it's clear that they was brothers. And in Greek mythology, Egypt and Ethiopia are also brothers. They brothers. And so when you start talking about the founder of Susa, which is Elam. Now in the Bible, they try to put, you know, faking and shit, faking like but we understand Shem and Sham. We also understand that's also rooted in black. Yes, it is. Okay, and we see that in Elam, which is next to Mesopotamia. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Right next to Mesopotamia. Elam was more in Iran. Okay, more in Iran. Where's it good? Right here. This is good. Let me blow it up a little more. So you see down here, Chaldees, you see right there, you see Elam right there, and the capital of Elam would have been Susa. Let me see if you see it right here, right there, Susa. Now, according to the Greek mythology, it was Memnon. Memnon, the Ethiopian king. You see what I'm saying? The Ethiopian king that established Susa. So even there in the Greek mythology, they document the fact that this area was called Cush and was founded by the Ethiopians, period. Okay, it was founded by the Ethiopians. Now, another thing, once you understand that Memnon, who was the king of Ethiopia, was nephew of Priam, who was the king of Troy. So when you understand that Trojans, war and shit, well, Priam, who was the king of Troy, was the uncle of Memnon, who was the king of Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that the Trojans was Ethiopians. They was Ethiopians. You see what I'm saying? And so when you go in the box, once I told you, all you had to do is just throw something up there, goddamn it, I'm gonna get to smoking. And so when you talk about in the Bible, you talk about the area of Turkey was what? Was ruled by who? The Hittites, who came from Heth, who was also the son of Canaan, who was the grandson of Ham, who was the nephew of Egypt, nephew of Ethiopia. Hittite. So you talking about Turkey. And so we go in and so we understand the Trojans and also the nation of Colchis, okay, which Colchis is modern day Turkey. Now, when you look at this map right here, this show you right here. This show you the federation of the African nations. You see right there the Hittite help coming from the Canaanites, coming from the Hamitic. You see Assyria. You see Babylonia, which is all founded by Nimrod, the Ethiopian. You see Elam, Ethiopian. You see Egypt. So you see all that what you think is, ain't no Arabia. All of that was populated by African tribes. Nobody had broken through that fortress of African nations. All them other peoples that you call Arabs and Europeans, they was on the other side of those mountains. You see what I'm saying? We call you got the Taurus Mountains and you got the what's the mountains? Zargos Mountains. You see the mountain. So they was all, and so this land down in here, you understand? That's Africa. You see what I'm saying? Everything on, and the crazy thing is that our people even own and had control of land on the other side of the mountains also. You see? And so when you go down into Chaldea, this is what it looked like. You see the one, ain't no goddamn Eurocentric, no pale goddamn Ashkenazi coming out of that. And so when it said that, behold, the word of the Lord came unto him saying, this shall not be thy heir. This ain't gonna be your heir, but he that shall come from thine own bowels shall be thine heir. What the fuck is they talking about? They're not from the bowels of the original blacks that come up out of this land. Stop this madness. It don't say nothing in there about no goddamn convert. You understand? To be real. You understand what I'm saying? They say goddamn treat him like, if you got somebody in the land, if he been living with you, as one with you, then you should treat him, you understand, as one equal with you. If they didn't live with you, these motherfuckers ain't lived with us. When? They ain't never lived in, they can't live with us. You see what I'm saying? So we see that Nimrod is, for me, Memnon. He's Memnon. He's Memnon. You see what I'm saying? So you know what, family, I ain't gonna even go no more. You understand? And that's a freestyle right there, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fucking freestyle. I don't want to, but as y'all can see, I got tons of information that I'm gonna be going through, family, and I guarantee you, when you come up and just to let y'all know, this the Ashkenazi right here. You see what I'm saying? This the Ashkenaz right here coming out of the line of Jaffa. You understand? Who had no inheritance in the covenant. You see where Sham and Ham, you understand, were intermingled to the point that really there's no race. That's just, that's a cultural identity. You understand what I'm saying? No different than Nubian and Egyptian, both black, but racially one people, got different cultures, different ethnic cultures. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's it. And so that right there is the origins of the Ashkenazi Jew. And I got something on that. I'm gonna come with that tomorrow when I deal with this what I'm bringing, the Gypsy and the Jew. When I bring the Gypsy and the Jew, I'm gonna hurt. But it's coming with the truth. It's coming with the truth. They better get ready because they done started some shit with me. I don't have no problems. I got a whole bunch of truth to tell they ass. So thank you, family, for being here today. I'm gonna be black here tomorrow. Make sure y'all hit that link and support. You understand this Sunday. Let me go and put it in there for you, family. Let me put it in there for you so you can see that background. We about to get busy. Who are the real Jews? And I guarantee you by the end of that on Sunday, just come with your notes. I'm gonna have everything on the screen. You understand? Just maintain and always be able to come back to this video on Sunday and the ones that I'm dropping now, because I drop gems. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is hurt, nigga, off of this. Believe me. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all remember just that one, you understand that one nigga to show you that it ain't about no comfort. And then when you show the root is African, the whole thing is African. You understand? Black, that they don't have no inheritance in the covenant at all. Give it up. This is the General Sara Seti thanking y'all. Make sure y'all check me out, generalseti.com, Seti University, Patreon, General Sara Seti, dropping nothing but that damn smoke. And make sure you get on over there to kingseti.com and support the General. This is saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.